Yo, Doc, what up, my nigga? Gangsta. This what it is, man.
Zone. DMX. Rough Riders. Come on. Here we go.
Tone it down, bitch.
Top dog, bite them all, yeah, I'm burning it up. DPGC, you should be turning it up. CPT, LBC, yeah, we hooking back up. And when they bang this in the club, baby, you got to get up. Cause homies, thug homies, yeah, they giving it up. Low life, yo life, boy, we living it up. Taking chances while we dancing in the party for show. Slip my girl a 44 when she crept in the back door. Chickens looking at me strange, but you know I don't care. Step up in this mother, just a swank in my hair. Trick, quit talking, crip walk if you down with the set. Take a bullet with some grip and take the smoke on this jam. Out of town, put it down for the father of rap. And if you happen to get cracked, trick, shut your trap. Come back, get back, that's the part of success. If you believe in the S, you'll be relieving your stress.
Do your thing, man, fuck what they looking at. Do your thing, man, fuck what they looking at.
It's the one and only D.R.E. Dr. Dre, Lil Buff.
Mirror, mirror, on the wall, who is the flyest one of all?
Come back, get back, that's the part of success. If you believe in the S, you'll be relieving your
Lord,
stress.
give me a sign. I really need to talk to you, Lord. Since the last time we talked, the walk has been hard. Now I know you haven't left me, but I feel like I'm alone. I'm a big boy now, but I'm still not grown. And I'm still going through it. What? Pain and the hurt. Yeah. Soaking up trouble like rain in the dirt. Yeah. And I know only I can stop the rain with just a mention of my Savior's name. In the name of Jesus. Devil, I rebuke you for what I go through and trying to make me do what I used to. But all that stops right here. As long as the Lord's in my life, I will have no fear. I will know no pain from the light to the dark. I will show no shame, spit it right from the heart. Cause it's right from the start. You held me down and nothing they can tell me now. Lord, give me a sign.
Do your thing, man, fuck what they looking at. Do your thing, man, fuck what they looking at.
It's the one and only D.R.E. Dr. Dre, Lil Buff.
Mirror, mirror, on the wall, who is the flyest one of all?
Come back, get back, that's the part of success. If you believe in the S, you'll be relieving your stress.
When they see me coming at them, hills and hits, they wanna grab them, lips and eyes staring at them, mesmerized, gotta have it, want it, I become a habit, need it, always want you had it, ever lucky enough to grab it, guaranteed becoming an addict, yeah, the type of chick that like them big trips, big jets, mega yachts, yeah, big ships, wanna get all my affection, here's a big tip, I need to see that you a ball shit, no they can never catch her, me I'm the chick that keep them under pressure, and every nigga smell her, want sex her, they say they want protect her, but really they just want kiss and caress her. Now sit your ass down, cause class is now in session. They like, man, I ain't playing with you people. You know my style already. Swampy and she thinks she lethal. I ain't even got no patience for your bullshit I can see through. I get bored real easy, sorry, I must leave you. Got 'em singing like,
Do your thing, man, fuck what they looking at. Do your thing, man, fuck what they looking at.
It's the one and only D.R.E. Dr. Dre, Lil Buff.
Mirror, mirror, on the wall, who is the flyest one of all?
Come back, get back, that's the part of success. If you believe in the S, you'll be relieving your stress.
Killer streets of CPT. King up the beach, you ride to him in your
Everybody, and welcome to another episode of this, your Degen Forest Bitcoin Technical Analysis. It's your boy Degen Ape coming live on Twitter, coming live on Facebook, coming live on actually two separate Twitter accounts, coming live on Facebook, coming live on YouTube, coming live on kick.com, coming live also on LinkedIn. So no matter how you are tuning in, welcome to the show that aims to shine a light of what's truly happening on the market, because all eyes are on Bitcoin and this exact chart. All eyes are on this move. So as you come in, make sure that you grab a cup of coffee. Of course, you need that coffee. You need the coffee to get your day started. Find a place around your house that is comfortable. Let's spend the next 30 to 40 minutes together. Let's have a look at the markets. Let's see how things are moving, and let's have some fun. As you come in, please make sure that you hit the like button, the subscribe button, the bell button, the retweet button, the follow button. All the buttons, because that's how you tell the algorithm that this is the content that you want to push up people's timeline, because this is the content that brings the true alpha into your mornings. So welcome to the show. Make sure you hit that. I think I can see people live today. And let me see. I can see people live because we are not on Spaces, but we are definitely coming live on my personal account. Right there. We're coming live. And we can throw some hearts if you're seeing it live. And we also coming live from the main account, which, where's that one? I think I retweeted something earlier. Yeah, I retweeted. There's a giveaway. Oh, there is a giveaway going on. I hope you're participating for the early ape giveaway because that's happening. Look at that. See, we're live in 2 separate places on Twitter. So hit some like. Let's see some of those rainbow hearts coming in. Thank you for tuning in. Let's have some fun. I need to mute this shit because then it's gonna sound weird. It's just gonna keep coming through the mic and all of that good stuff. But I'm gonna keep around. I don't like the color that it's giving me, but I'm gonna keep throwing some hearts. Get the algorithm, fitting, so that it can start pushing the content out where we want it, where we need it. So welcome to the stream. We're gonna be covering a lot. So make sure you have your coffee, your notepad. You want to know what's really going on. You want to know what's happening on the market. You want to know what's really going, and you want to understand where we at in the compass. Where is that we truly are in this space? So welcome to the show. Have some fun if you are new. If you are a returner user, love the monkey picture. Look at those hearts flying. Plus some rainbow colors on that. Welcome to all our early apes, everybody from our Degen Forest community. Everybody's ready because they know they got to the show that is going to keep them tuned in. That is going to keep them up to date to what is really happening week by week, 1 week at a time. Why is that we do that? There's a very simple reason for that. And that, my friend, is because all eyes are right here on this 200-day moving average. And since we are a cyclist, we actually move through the cyclist, right? That sounds like I run a bicycle. No, I'm talking about I follow the Bitcoin halvings and the Bitcoin cycles, and that is what tells me exactly where we are in the cycle. Right now, you're looking at the chart. We are zoomed into the weekly chart because all eyes are right here, but we're going to be talking a little bit about that very soon. Before we get into the chart and do the full update, we need to see how the market is doing. We need to understand what is really going on around the market. Then we're going to circle right back into Bitcoin so that I can give you all the full updates. All right, so let's keep the party going and everything moving here. So let's go into the market. Let's take a look. How is the market doing? Well, I think that it's right in the middle, I will say. Some coins are pumping, some coins are dumping. So there's an indecisive market today, Wednesday, June 7, 2023. If you want to look at one of our favorite meme coins, Pepe, a coin that has literally zero fundamentals, but a lot of vibes and hype and mimetic power. You can see that actually we even shared right here some information as of why. So when you come to Banter Bubbles, our new home for keeping track on the market, what I love about this website that our good old friends from the Crypto Banter family have put out is that you can come to these bubbles and right away you can see, in the comments section kind of in real time what is going on with that coin, something that we didn't have in the previous system we used to use. For example, if we go to Luna Classic, we can go right here and see real quick, kind of what's happening. I also share some stuff about what happened with Luna, and actually we can even see some members of our community also sharing some additional information. So this is very important because when you use systems like this, it allows us to have an eye on everything that is going on, and to keep an eye on how is that the market is truly moving and why is that the market is doing what it's really doing. So and this is a day-to-day basis. So we use the bubble to keep a track, to keep an eye, to keep the pulse of the market, if you know what I mean, to know day by day how the market is feeling. And if you want to know why the market is feeling certain way about any token, you can just click on the token, right? And figure out why is doing the move that is doing, and you can actually do more research. Down here you have the full ranking, you have more little tools and information that you can use. You can select tokens that you want as your favorite and all kinds of beautiful things. So this is being our new home, since this is a new website that just came out a couple weeks ago, and it's a much better user interface than the previous system or previous website that we used to use. With that said, the market is kind of right in the middle. Let's go down to the hourly. Down to the hourly. In the hourly, as people are waking up in the United States, you can start to see the red coming in. There's a sea of red because why? What's happening on the market? Well, there's lawsuits. The SEC has lawsuits against Binance and Coinbase. So that is what is the main talk of the town. What is going to happen? Looking at the charts, and as you're gonna see a little bit later, you can see that this is fixing to be a nothing burger, like literally nothing burger. And I hope that it continues to be this way, because the bulk of the news are already out. We already went through the full 48-hour cycle with Binance getting hit first, then Coinbase yesterday. So, and you see that so far, the market has been holding strong. That is a good signal that this is not going to be, like a black swan event, if you know what I mean. With this, is going to be more like like a big nothing burger. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I will go over why. I will go over also why the SEC is doing this, which is the big question, especially for our good old friends in the United States. I am an US citizen, although that I am a free bird. I'm always traveling all over the world. I have already visited over 80 countries in my lifetime, and I plan to visit many more. And I am always moving internationally and whatnot, because I'm a traveler. Right now I'm in the States, as we have been working for the past year or so, for the past since pre-pandemic. So actually, when the pandemic hits, is when we stop traveling. So since 2020, we haven't done any major travel. We have done, light travels. I've gone down to Puerto Rico. I've been down in Honduras. I've been down in, I think, Mexico once. And, of course, Miami, Arizona, but Tennessee. But, not as a tourist. All of these travels have been more related to the project, business related. We may have to head out to Texas soon. Why? People in the early apes community know. Why I may needed to head out to Texas soon, but don't you worry not. You will, if you are not part of the inner circle of this community, that's fine. You'll find more about that later. But if you want to become part of the inner circle, you just have to go to the link in the bio. You go to the OpenSea, see what early ape you actually like. And, when you acquire one of our early apes, you get access to the Degen wallet, to the Degen Reply AI tool, you get access to the community, you get access to the Degen GPT, you get access to so much stuff that is unbelievable. The value for your money is second to none here, and it has nothing to do with the floor price. That's why nobody's selling, because it has everything to do with the value we bring as a community. The gains, those will come later, thanks to the alpha you get inside our Discord. So make sure that if you are not in, you make your way in. Because what you're seeing here in the public is just, I'm just, half gas. I'm just sharing what I can. But let's talk about what's really going on here, because US lawmakers aim for crypto regulatory clarity. Everybody's talking about the lawsuits, right? So if you want to know the lawsuits, what is in the lawsuits, what are the accusations on the lawsuits, and all of that, there are like a gazillion other channels talking about that. Talking about, oh my God, he was commingling funds or some shit like that, right? and just adding more gas to the fire, just adding more salt to the wound. Why will you do that? You know, if you want to know about what happened, just go to Twitter, scroll twice, and everybody's talking about that. If you want to know what's really happened, just go to YouTube, and you know, every other video is talking about either the lawsuit about Binance or the lawsuit about Coinbase. So in the Degen Forest, we're different. Because we are about solutions. We are about talking about the real things. Okay, so that's happening. We already know that. We are happy that the market is holding strong, and we're going to continue to hold strong because we're bulls here. We are crawling out of the grave. We got to respect the technicals as well. Although that the sentiment is not where we need it, the technicals, we're trying to respect those. And so I'm liking that a lot. But here is the reality. While everybody's talking about Coinbase and Binance and this and that, what we're going to talk about in this channel is very simple. What are US lawmakers trying to do to solve the problem? So the situation, the current situation. Well, Gary Gensler. Let's look at Gary, an idiot, a dumbass, somebody that doesn't have any compel morals whatsoever, a paid pundit, a parasite, somebody that doesn't have any true conviction on anything about anything in life, somebody that is just there to follow the orders of the powers that be. That's our good old friend, Gary, okay? So Gary, before coming into the SEC, he was a professor at the MIT, and I don't know what's going on, but I have lost complete faith on anybody that comes out of MIT. Anybody that comes out of any major big name brand university, you have completely lost my respect. If you have a diploma from MIT Technological University, you can grab it and literally just wipe your little beautiful butt with it, because it's absolutely worthless, and the proof is in the pudding. Understand that. I have receipts to back my claims. You have MIT with a professor, a supposedly well-respected professor, teaching a class on blockchain technology. But wait a minute, how do you teach a class on something you have never used, sir? How do you have the ability to understand even how the technology works in order to give a proper class on it if you have never had any, not one single minute of hands-on experience with the technology? Because you have come out to say, sir, that you have never owned Bitcoin. So how do you teach a Bitcoin course on an asset and a new technology on one of the most respectable universities on the face of earth if you have never had any real deep knowledge? I mean, you will expect that, and a university like MIT will have somebody in there like that, real. Vitalik should be up there teaching that shit. You know what I mean? Like real hands-on experienced professors with real PhDs in the matter, with real deep knowledge on decentralized ledger technologies, how blockchains works, the tokens rewards, what is an L1, what is a L2, what is a wallet, how they function, what is the staking, what is the difference between a utility token and a governance token. I mean, how do you even teach a single class, my man, if you don't know what the fuck you're talking about? I mean, it makes absolutely no sense to me. But that is our friend Gary. That's the guy that we are against. He was placed into power by the current government because all throughout his career, all he has done is serve to the powers, to the needs of the powers that be. He didn't get to the position that he's on based on merit. He didn't get to the position that he's on based on actual knowledge, on actual expertise, on regulating markets and protecting investors. No. No, my friend. He got to that position to serve the needs of the powers that be. Can you understand that? Once we have that out of the way, once we can make a concession on that, then you will understand what is truly happening here. That's what's truly happening. The government is broke. You saw it happening. We reported on this last week on this channel, right? We saw all went down. They needed to raise the debt ceiling. Okay. Everybody was nervous about that. Oh, they cannot reach an agreement. Oh my God. All the news about the deal, this, the deal, that, the deal. It was everything about the deal. What happened now? They reached the deal. And they always do. This is a planned dance. They do this on purpose. I mean, guys, this is by design. Not the first time we have been here, not the last time we will be here. So they reach a deal, fine, then let's raise the debt ceiling. Okay. How do we do that? So everybody's talking about one thing. Well, they will flood the market with T-bills, and everywhere you look, every savvy financial advisor out there in every talking head on the news, they will need to offer T-bills. They're even offering one-day T-bills. That's how desperate they are, all right? So you don't need to understand that this market is messed up, completely messed up. And they have just flooded the market with T-bills as the result of the signature of the deal that took place literally last week. So how do we, flooding the market? So in every market, you have two sides of such market. You need to understand that every single market on planet Earth have two sides. The supply side and the demand side. Supply and demand. That's how capitalism works. So they have just flooded the market with a bunch of T-bills, creating a bunch of supply. But where is the demand? The demand should come from the American people or every individual that holds dollars, that understand that dollars are going down, and if they hold their dollars only on their bank accounts, their asset, their fiat asset that should be stable is not actually stable. It's more volatile than Bitcoin at this point, but it's going to continue to go down. So that US investor now has to go buy the T-bills at 5 to 6% yield. Where does that yield is going to come from? Everybody talks about the T-bill. They're flooding the market with T-bills, but think about this. 5% to 6% yield. Can I hear that printer go brrr, baby? Brrr. That's what's gonna happen. The Fed is going brrr, and nobody's even noticing. All right. So you got flooding the markets with T-bills with a fixed 5% to 6% yield. They're even giving you the flexibility of one-day T-bills. All right. Not even, forget about 5-year bonds now. Let's lock it for 5 years. No, well, so you can do it for 1 year, for 1 month, 1 week, whatever you want. We got it. That's how many T-bills exist in the market right now. Like right now. So how do they create the demand? Nobody's buying that shit. It's dog shit. Literal dog shit. So how they create the demand? Oh, very easy. They need to wreck the banks. They're about to wreck the banks. They're about to wreck you, all your savings, all your bank accounts, all the little, community banks. Kiss them goodbye, baby. They are about to wreck the banks in ways that you never thought possible. They are about to do that. Or at least everything points towards that direction. At least, let me make sure I clear my statements. At least everything points towards that direction. When the Fed comes out to the next high rate increase, the interest rate, everybody thinks there is last time I checked, a 75% prediction that they're gonna go with 0%. Then that they're gonna go neutral, that they're gonna do a pause because they signaled to that in the last rate hike. But between now and then, the game has changed, baby. Everything changed because you had an impasse between Republicans and Democrats, and then you had a deal to reach the debt ceiling, which instructs the Fed to flood the market with T-bills. So now the Fed cannot put a pause because in order to create the demand they need for the T-bills, they're just they need to put another 25 basis points. And when they come on the next meeting and they raise those rates again, literally everybody, your mom, your dad, your uncle, I mean, laddie, everybody will be wrecked. Looking, oh, where should I put my money? Where should I place my money? And then lo and behold, the T-bill shows up with a 5% yield promise from the good old Uncle Sam. And it's as simple as a few taps on your beautiful phone. Use a few taps on your beautiful phone, and then you move from your bank account to your Fed account, to your T-bills, to your money market fund account. And it's that simple to do these days, right? So that is the hope of the government. But guess what? And this is what nobody's talking about. I had to say all of that, guys, to give you full context. Because everything that I just said now is pretty much what everybody else is talking about. Well, nobody's reporting on where the 5% yield is going to come from. That's the money printer. But, everybody's talking about the flooding of the market with the T-bills. Everybody will be talking about the 5% money printer going brrr once the effects of that starts to be felt by the market. But right now, everybody's focused just on the deal, the debt ceiling, the T-bills. And then everybody's looking to see, are they going to wreck the banks or are they not going to wreck the banks? That's the whole question by everybody in everybody's minds. Will they actually wreck the banks? And let me break your bubble, boo-boo. They will. They will. Because they're evil like that. Don't expect a logical reason. Don't look for, come on, are they going to make people suffer like that? Send us on a restriction, more unemployment, more, are they going to keep struggling us the way they're, yes. And they're going to wreck everybody down to your grandma. And because they need the money, because they gave it all away on a useless war. That's it. That's as far as I'm gonna go into that comment, because I don't want darts thrown my way. But so how are they gonna do it? I'm just talking about the execution. Whether you agree with the actions or not, you or I agreeing or not with the actions taken has nothing to do in this conversation. Please understand that. What we're talking about here is the actions, the facts, what actually happened. The reason why they happened, don't think about that for now. But this is what has been happening. Since this is what has been happening, and the government needs all this money to raise the debt ceiling because they gave all the money they had away, so they now need more money from who? From you. But go buy the worthless T-bill at 5% yield on that will yield a fiat toilet paper that nobody wants because Saudi Arabia is already commingling with Brinks to sell them oil and settle those transactions in their native currencies, not needing the petrodollar. If you don't see what's happening, I'm sorry, you're gonna get caught with the pants down. Those are the facts. Facts over feelings, please. That's what's really happening. So nobody talks about the 5% yield, that's the money printer going bruh, but nobody talks about the government's execution. Don't listen to what they say. Look at what they do. For the love of God, Forget about your feelings. Forget about the beautiful words that comes out of the mouths of any politician, right or left. Look at their action and let their action speak louder than their words. That's what you need to understand. Actions. What are the actions they are taking? Well, let me tell you about the actions right now. So they're about to wreck the banks. But here is the problem. There is a reason why they want to wreck the banks. The reason why they want to wreck the banks, it's because they want you and me and everybody in America and around the globe that is holding US dollars right now to buy T-bills. Like 1 trillion of them. T with a T. T, not billion. Trillion T-bills. Flooded the market like a tsunami. Like a massive tsunami of worthless OIUs or IOUs, right? Worthless IOUs. These guys, man, you're gonna love the government. And we fall for the scam. We just fall for the scam every freaking time, man. So they're like, okay, we're gonna wreck the banks because that's how we're gonna get people to buy our worthless IOUs. But wait a minute. We have to make sure that the T-bills are the only option. Let that sink in. They have to make sure that the T-bills are the only option. Okay. How do we achieve that? What? Are there any other options? Wait a minute. Wait, what? Are you telling me, sir, that there are other options? Yes, sir. Yes, there are other options. Options that offer real tangible value. Options that do not depend on the powers that be. Options that can give you the true power and freedom to have control over your finances. And the option is named Bitcoin. Yes, that's the name. Bitcoin, blockchain technology, Ethereum, ERC20s, NFTs, Web3 technology, and everything that touches decentralized finance. That is the option. That is the only way you can break free from the powers that be that wants to put shackles and control everything that you do. Only way that you can opt out of their bullshit system. So what do they do? What do they do? They want to make sure that the T-bill is the only option. Okay. We cannot go after Bitcoin, obviously. Immutable. Decentralized. They have tried so many times to take down Bitcoin. Have not been able, will not be able. They have tried to take down Ethereum. They have not been able. They will not be able. Immutability, one of the main features of decentralized ledger technologies, aka as blockchain. So we cannot go after Bitcoin. How do we make the T-bill the only real viable option? We have to go after the centralized exchanges. We have to go after the fiat on-ramps, the gatekeepers, those who control where the main flows of cash come into the space, namely Binance and Coinbase and every single other market that you can think of, because that's the only way that they can make. First of all, listen to me. This has multiple purposes. Gary Gensler acting as a pundit of the government, he received an order by who? By his puppet master. Could be George Soros, could be the guy from Davos, whatever his name is, the bald guy that's ugly as fuck. Anybody can be. I don't think it's the president. He's not smart enough to make this move. Sorry to break your bubble, boo-boo. He's not making I don't think he has made a single decision since the day he touched the presidency. A single one of them, I don't think that came from that beautiful aging brain. So I don't know who called Gary, but obviously his puppet master. Right? Let's call him the puppet master. So the puppet master calls the puppet Gary and says, oh, we need to make the T-bills the only option. So I need you to crack down on every single exchange and fiat on-ramp to first scare the US population. Number 2, shackle the entry points and don't allow a free flow of cash to move towards a better asset, towards a better system, towards a system that empowers the individual, towards a system that doesn't only give them the yield they need, but also give them the freedom they need. Oh, they come after Binance and Coinbase, but you worry not, my friend, because those are just centralized exchanges. The future of Web3 is not centralized. The future of Web3 is decentralized. So this next cycle, and mark my words, will be moved by DeFi, Uniswap, AnySwap, you name it, swap. 1-inch routing protocol optimization on gas fees, added bigger, the more liquidity that comes into DeFi and that migrates away from SEX into DEX, the more stability the DeFi ecosystem works, and then everything will be done from your wallet. What? What is this guy talking about? Yes, everything will be done from your DeFi wallet. You will not have to worry about anything. You will not have to worry about a Coinbase exchange, a Binance exchange, and anything exchange. On every wallet, all you have to go is just go to the little swap button, just swap it. Swap, like a DeFi swap, like Web3 intended, like Satoshi wanted, like Vitalik wanted, like everybody wanted. The real way, the real Web3 way. Why are we still depending on the powers that be centralized systems to handle our beautiful decentralized ecosystem tokens? No, my friend. You should be using the DeFi system, the decentralized rails built there and that exist to empower you, that exist to give you the freedom you need to succeed with this new set of technologies. If you are depending on Binance and Coinbase or any base, you are doing it wrong. Because you should be using the decentralized ecosystem rails put in place to give you the freedom that you need from the powers that be that now wants to control those systems. And now if you had any money in there, you may be wondering, what should I do? Because you didn't even take the time to learn how this beautiful ecosystem works, because you were spoiled by the powers that be using a centralized system that does not serve your best interests. Those, my friend, are the facts. And with that said, I'm gonna answer one question that I get all the time, and then we're gonna go right into the charts. Woo, that was a beautiful rant. I think that Bitcoin is dumping upon the rant. Look at that, we're dumping as I speak. Oh, look at that, we're kissing the line, No worries, we're gonna hold it. I'm looking at various levels. But we're gonna go right into that. But I'm gonna answer a question because I do get this a lot, especially from early apes that are inside our community, and they're wondering, but how do I do this? And how do I do that? And you mention all the time that you bought the bottom. In every Bitcoin technical analysis video you do, you always explain to us how is that you were able not only to time the bottom, but you were able to buy the bottom. And then people say, well, I was not able to time the bottom. I was not able to buy when you bought Degen Ape. So what can we do? I don't want to miss out. I don't want to miss out on life-changing gains. I don't want to miss out on the next bull run. So what can we do? Degen Ape is a question we get, often. Well, you need to get in the rocket, is what I always tell them. You need to do your own due diligence, right? Find the projects that you like, that have value, fundamentals. Try to get as early on as you can. Pre-sales are lovely. We love pre-sales in the forest because pre-sales, usually you get them for a lower price than the exchange price. Usually the price that you buy at the pre-sale level is lower than the price that the token lists for, and as long as it remains that way, you are minimizing your risk and maximizing your potential. I have been speaking about that for the last few days, actually. So, people ask me all the time, okay, I want to get in the rocket, but what should I be getting into? And you always come online and you always talk about Bitcoin, but you never tell us, okay, Bitcoin is not the one where the real gains are for. And you talk about pre-sales, but those come every once in a while. How can I position myself on the tokens that have the strength and the fundamentals to actually make it happen after the next BTC halving, right? Then after the next BTC halving, right? And we always have the halving right here. Look at this. I go like that. Where's the halving? Right there. This is the halving. We're moving towards the halving, right? We have the roadmap drawn already. If you want to know how is that we came to all these lines, just watch last Wednesday's Bitcoin technical analysis. We did a full breakdown last Wednesday on all this chart. But what you need to understand is that people are always asking me, what should I get into? And, I am not your financial advisor. I'm just a monkey on the internet. I can tell you the things I get into, and I can tell you that everything that I get into, I understand the fundamental values. I don't know about the sentiment though. And the sentiment is what moves the price. I like to get into things that have strong fundamental value, problem, solution, sustainable business models, prototypes, actual community and force behind it. That doesn't mean it will go well, but I try to do my best to pick the ones that I think will do well for my portfolio. And you need to understand that, once again, I am a monkey on the internet. My risk tolerance is different than your risk tolerance. Why? Because I have already done well in this industry. So I have already, for lack of better words, the capital that gives me the ability to support higher risks. So in several of the things that you will see here, while I have a strong portfolio based on fundamentals, that does not mean that I don't get into the exotic stuff. Because the exotic stuff, the exotic animals of the forest, you know the cookie? See that? The exotic animals of the forest are the ones that usually bring to your portfolio the highest gains, but also are the ones that hold the highest risk. Follow me? So since we follow the compass and we follow Bitcoin, and we have already established that everything follows Bitcoin, and that when Bitcoin goes up, everything goes up, and then when Bitcoin goes down, everything goes down, you will not see me short individual tokens on this channel unless there is a major news event that that needs that to happen. But unless it needs, I will not be talking about tokens. So stop asking me short this token, or this token is about to break out, or this. So excuse me. or this token is about to pump, or this, that. I don't care about any of your tokens. Not one single one of them. Understand that. I don't follow the tokens chart. I follow the Bitcoin chart. I buy Bitcoin 13 to 14 months before the Bitcoin halving. That was November, December, January maybe, last year. And I sell 13, 14 months after the Bitcoin halving. I don't care about anything else that happens in between. I follow it with my 3D glasses and my popcorn in hand because I want to know if we will flip into a super cycle this cycle. That's the only thing we really care about on this channel. Well, are we gonna flip into a super cycle, yes or not? If the answer is yes, we don't sell 13 months after the Bitcoin halving, we hodl. But if it's not a super cycle, if mass adoption does not get here, then we just sell literally everything we have. Everything, you just sell it. But people often ask me, okay, if you're not gonna short it, and if you're not gonna tell us how the coin is doing, but you always speak about diversification, and you say that the key to win this game is to have a diversified portfolio, can you at least tell us the coins that you are in? Well, if you want to know that, right here. Oh, they have been, my man, in front of you, show after show, every single time. Right here, this is every time I go to gobble up, this is the tokens I'm gobbling up from. This is the tokens I have done, and I keep a strong due diligence alert on them. And I know, and they're exotics, they're crazy shit in here. Don't be surprised. You'll see some crazy stuff in here, but even the crazy stuff has actual fundamentals behind it. It might be more exotic, but the more exotic, the more risk, the more potential for gains. That we do know in the forest, and that we do embrace in the forest. So if you want to know at any given time, okay, what is that this guy is on right here. And every time I get into something new, I add it. Sometimes I forget, I'll be honest, but I do try to add every time I get into something new. For example, the next one coming up, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, is the network, because we are about to receive their pre-sale token allocation. If you remember, last week we retweeted about the network pre-sale, and we have been speaking about the logic behind pre-sales throughout the week to educate not only everybody in our community about the logic and how is that you actually minimize risk when you do pre-sales, as long as you are not getting into the bull crap. But we also speak about that, or have been speaking about that. So with that said, we're going to be adding a new one very soon once we get that one. And then we got another one coming up later in the week, another pre-sale that we know is going to be hot. And I think that the following week or 2 weeks after that, maybe 3, we got yet another one that is cooking. So I have been doing this since 2013. I've been chasing pre-sale allocations since the birth of DeFi, ERC20s, and the birth of ICOs in 2017. And I have done it successfully in 2017, in 2021, and I am about to unleash mayhem in 2024-2025 season after the next BTC halving. But right now, it's time to accumulate. It's time to get our hands on the beautiful exotic animals of the forest that can have or may have the potential to actually give us those life-changing gains that we all crave for. Make sense? Okay, so now that you know that, we can safely go into the Bitcoin chart, shall we? Now, if you were here last week looking at the compass, I was clear. I told you guys, I went through the whole compass and I explained everything. And when I mean everything, guys, I mean everything, because what you're looking at here is, you're zooming into a true beautiful chart that we have crafted, created, and explained, educated our community about on every single line, on every single zone, on every single structure, on every single bottom base, on every single top, And how is that this class set as is actually mathematically coded to go up. That is why you see the direction of this chart when you zoom out and you see the actual Bitcoin halvenings taking into place. And what happens every time Bitcoin hits a halvening, or better yet, what happens 13 months before Bitcoin starts a halvening, and then what is expected to happen after we hit the halving, because when we have solid market structures, we can follow them and we can track them, and as long as we understand the fundamentals of the asset that we are tracking, then we have a great level of confidence that this is the direction that the market is going. And that's why I can come here today and tell you without a shadow of a doubt that November and December last year was the bottom. And if you didn't get in November, December last year, you missed the bottom. Don't keep waiting for it. Because now, and if you want to understand everything that you see here, just go to last week, Degen Forest Bitcoin technical analysis, and I spent like 2 hours just explaining every line. But now we're just looking at the move. We're just looking at the move. We're right here, looking at the move. Bottom, November, December. I literally started buying on October 31st. I can kid you not, I got the receipts. I got the receipts. Why? Because I did the same back here, and I sold over here. I sold around here in the middle of these two peaks throughout 2 months. Yes, I was doing that. Actually, it was October 31st when I started selling, and I sell throughout this all the way into December. Where's December? December, right here. So I sold the up and the down. So the upward and the downward, 2 months, I sold it. That's when I sold. Then I came back here and I bought again, right here. Why? Because I follow the compass. I don't need to listen to anybody in YouTube. I have been here since 2013. I have been doing this. I understand it myself. So, I bought here. And now, if you are not in the rocket, if you missed this bottom and you missed this accumulation zone, are you gonna wait until we print wave 5 to then get in? I mean, you could wait for the ABC retracement here, but we don't know how high this wave 5 will go, which then will dictate how low the ABC will come. I'd rather be safe than sorry. I don't know about you. That's just me. But if you're not in the rocket and you want to get in the rocket, this is the retest. This is the breakout of the 200 moving average. This is the weekly chart. Every candle is a full week, guys. So don't be scared about this one. We're good. Because this is a full week. And we need to close, and we will close this candle above the line. Watch. We're going to close it above the line. I don't care. If you look yesterday, we came all the way down here. The zone. The 5-3 formula zone may not let you see this week, but yesterday we didn't only break below. We went all the way down, which entails now this 4 goes here, by the way. So we are, as I always tell you, week by week, we readjust the map. We just do the little adjustment that continues to slightly adjust the direction, right, of where may possibly we go the next time. Right? I'm always trying to keep the language, correctly, right? But all right, so we can come down here. It's about closing. Today is Wednesday. It's all about what happens on Saturday, I think. Saturday to Sunday, right? Or Sunday to Monday. I don't know forgot when the candle closes. See, pieces of information that escapes my brain from time to time. You worry not. But when this candle closes, that's what really matters, because we need to close it above this line. So right now, that is the analysis. That is the chart. There is nothing else to add. If you want to know, we are readjusting the map. Right now we're trying to break below because of the FUD in the market with Coinbase and Binance. We may be going through a black swan event. So a black swan event is a momentary, short-lived, usually 1 day or two, market crash that is caused by a major outside event on the market. For example, when the lockdowns of the COVID crash came. Remember the COVID crash? That had nothing to do with the sentimentals or the technicals. The technicals and the counts were doing perfectly fine, but then we had a major event come into place, the COVID crash or the lockdown, that caused the price to literally take a momentary, short-lived day or two dip. We went down, like really down. Doesn't fucking matter, because we're gonna bounce right up, and we're gonna bounce to the same levels. And that is just considered a black swan event caused by our good old friend Gary, the puppet of the puppet master. And it's all fabricated. Has nothing to do with the real technicals nor the fundamentals of the asset we are looking at. With that out of the way, well, we have to see where this candle closes. So we will have to wait until next week. We can, of course, readjust our count. So let's go back to the daily chart real quick so that we can just do some adjustments on the actual counts on the levels. And we're holding the levels. As you can see, the Fibonacci levels, everything is playing out beautifully as expected. The technicals continues to play out. Now this ABC retracement will come all the way here. And we're just readjusting the map a little bit. Now, check this out. Very, very interesting. This is no longer at play. You see this 5-wave impulsive move we were trying to track? No longer at play. We broke all the rules on that one. So now this one goes here. And we have to come and print a new one, because this is now the C and the ending of the 4 beautifully, right? A, B, C, D, E actually. So this is not even an A, B, C anymore. Why the music came on? Sorry about that. Let me see if I think we have an A, B, C. Oh, right here. Where is the right here? So we got an A, B, C, D, E. That's what we're printing here. Bam. That's the retracement line. And let me adjust this. We can adjust it like this if you want to get it to the right perfect location, right? But this is the play. It's no longer a standard ABC retracement. We have an ABCDE retracement, very technical, very clear in the chart, which now places the wave E down here. And now, before we start the new 5-wave impulse with our target at $35,000, we need to start from here. And that's the new map. So now, there you have it. There you have the updated roadmap. Thank you, everybody, for watching. It's been a pleasure to come and deliver this Bitcoin technical analysis show for everybody in attendance today. Remember, we're coming back tomorrow with another beautiful Web3 morning motivation show at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, because you need to kickstart your day with the best information, the best knowledge, and everything that you can in the house. Thank you for watching. It's been a pleasure. And remember that we need some dog money if we want to really make it this next bull cycle.
Coming up, bad news for savers, as even those with high interest savings accounts are seeing their money disappear thanks to inflation. But first, we'll detail every possible thing you could die from.
He's a rational investor, dividend digester, saves some of his paycheck just like all his ancestors. Him looking for high yields, that's never the case. He's seeking 6% returns, slow and steady wins the race. But when he checks his accounts just to see what they're fielding, it's like driving in Maryland, ain't nobody yielding. What is he to do? He shouldn't be in a drought, so he visits his advisor just to sort it all out. Inflation's higher than your bond rate, that's what I was fearing. So your savings account is slowly disappearing and your CDs are pointless. That's not very funny. What would you like me to do? Put it all in dog money. Dog money, dog money, dog money, dog money. I'm trading it in for dog money, dog money, dog money, dog money, dog money. I'm putting it all in dog money. My 401k is now a 401k9. The sum of my net worth ain't no longer in a straight line. I'm making smart moves, I ain't gonna be a pun. I sold my IRA NFT you won. All in on Doge, I dish 'em out like a Tommy gun. You think I was statehood the way I'm passing on Washington? I feel like Matt Gates, you know what I mean? Assuring everybody it's above 18. It's a modern day gold rush, the prices will boom. Like Reggie White versus the Oilers, I'm headed straight to the moon. My broker's calling, you know that it's on. Buy dog money, don't stop till it's dawn. 1 more airbase, 2 more museums, 3 more walls, 4 more Supremes, 5 more stadiums. We're all out of fiat. Can you take trillions of these and go and make a Xerox? We pay our debts in our currency that might be unfurled if it's no longer the reserve currency of the world. Confidence in the dollar is permanent, just ask any scholar. People are exchanging their dollars for dog money. Dog money? Dog money. Dog money.